Wagwan my people, and welcome back to Afrogenge ndani ya Triple P. Of course, I'm a beautiful host, Kavata.
And they call me DJ Slava, aka the corporate DJ. Na leo ndani ya nyumba tuko na Bazu. Yani this is the most hardest interview nishaifanya kwa show. Sijui ni yeye ndiye atatufanya interview ama ni sisi tutafanya interview. Yes, so tuko na Bazu ndani ya nyumba.
Yeah man. It's the wild Willis. Bazu ndani yake in there like swimwear.
Yo. So Willis, tuambie man, introduce majina ya kitambulisho in case.
Kwa majina ya kitambulisho naitwa Willis Wayne Edwin Opio Tonde Raburu. Hizo jina zote ni zangu, lakini kwa ID imetosha tu Willis Wayne Raburu. Ndio lazima tu represent usongo kidogo kwa sababu ya county tukidadua. But kwa now tuseme I'm about to say it, yani imagine kwa jina ya usanii naitwa Bazu.
Yes, mbona ukachagua Bazu?
So wakati Ethical ilifanya song inaitwa ile daktari ilikuwa na Big Man Bazu. So kila msanii alikuwa ananiita okay, initially alikuwa ananiita Big Man because I mean it's okay, you can see. But sasa vile walipata sasa kwa Big Man Bazu, kila mtu akaanza kuniita hivyo. So I called kina Reckless kwa hii stuff na maanisha nikasema ni Bazenga, ni kama mkubwa, mtongoria, jatelo hizo. So it's like ule msee yani ule Bazu. So nika decide okay, that's cool. Hiyo ndo taflow nayo sasa. So nikaenda katika system, nikaweka trademark ni nini, alafu nikaitumia sasa kwa kama jina yangu.
Kama msanii sasa.
Yeah, man, you know.
Yani huko nje umetesa, msanii 20 years na gitaa kwa mgongo. Fanya muziki. Na hajaifikisha 100k views.
Guy, ni mambo ya Mungu.
Acha kudanganya.
Ni mambo ya Mungu na I think pia ni the timing. I guess after kukaa kwa industry for a very long time, learn a few things here and there. Even before nitoyo ngoma, I talked to a lot of people about what to do, including the artists themselves, because sasa ikifika kwa msanii mimi ndo upcoming. Hao wamekuwa hapo for a long time, mimi ndo upcoming. So I had to learn a lot from them, from producers kina Mavo, na pia from videos like na J Blessing. So learn a lot of things. So that, but now generally from me, kitu I think imenisaidia is before I have a background in social media marketing.
Yeah.
So that's why for me push na everything I got. Kwa sababu pia it's ni product yangu. You know, other times nafanyia clients wengine, but now this one is mimi mwenyewe nilikaa chini nikasema this is what I want to do, this is how you're going to do it. And of course pia niko na a team that's helping me, very young, talented, vibrant cats. Kina Tony hapa hivi, so wananisaidia na my ideas.
Did you have passion for music ama ulifanya tu jueni Willis?
Sasa that's the problem. Mimi huwa sifanyangi tu. I do things that I'm passionate about. Now music is one of the things that kutoka kitambo I've always wanted to do. Because you know, and I was young, nilikuwa naandika poems for the ladies. Na walikuwa naingia kwa box. Yeah, so kutolewa ilikuwa ngumu kwa sababu ya the lines. So I've always wanted to. But then before is my voice even broken now? So, yeah, before my voice broke, yeah, nilikuwa najaribu kuimba. But then after a while, I even remember I was having a conversation with Philip Tuju, wa Redforth. I was like, kama unaweza kufanya na si kwa ubaya, kama Nyashinski anaweza imba, si hata mimi naweza fanya kitu jameni. Uko sawa na malaika ni nini? Yeah, so but then now when I started, I didn't want the first one for me to just jump in and sing and or drop some bars and rap. I said let me use artists who I think wamekuwa kifanya poa, and I think more people need to know them. Yeah, because they're amazing, and that's what I really work now my artists. So music ni kitu nimekuwa nikitaka kufanya.
Now that you've worked in this project as an executive producer, so did you pay for all
kuna matams zenye nasikia hapa? Huo ni mimi. Yeah.
So when do you simamia from audio to wardrobe to
yes,
video,
basically, yeah.
So everything.
Yeah.
What about the rights? Kuna
rights tunaona vile tunafanya. Yeah.
You mentioned you had passion since back then, but what took you so long to uanze kuimba juu? This is actually your first music, right?
Yes. Life. No, although niliimba by the way, you know, my first ever diss song was to my former deputy principal, who used to get on my nerve. Way, and my one, because it was a diss song because I used to listen to a lot of Eminem, Nicky Grow. So nilimwimbia wewe, hata nakumbuka words. Oh my God, ilikuwa ya matusi. But I think also to answer your question, one, to be really honest, fear is what was holding me back. Was like, hey, what will you guys think? How is it going to go? What if it doesn't work? And then number two, the other things I was doing. Before I used to nilikuwa nafanya news, then nikaingia kwa news reporting, then news anchoring, and then I started presenting. So when I got to number 10 about 3 years ago, is when I was like, this could actually be, as I kept on interviewing the artists and all this, I was like, hey, okay. And I used to ask them all the time, what is your creative process? How do you do this? How did you link up? How did the connection happen? So that, you know, secretly pia na gather intel, nafanya my own research. Wakiniambia, how did it happen? No, we were just sitting one day and we were vibing. Like happen, I'm like,
tukienda hapo pia sisi tuachilie hit.
Mwajilie ka hit hapo hivyo, DJ slap on the beat. You decide. So, nikakata enough when I felt like I had enough, and then just basically when I just said, you know what, whether if at 1,000 views or 100,000 or 200,000, if it is something that mimi nilipenda kufanya na nimeifanya, then mimi talala poa, because it was my passion. Yeah. Hapo ndo sasa nasema ni tunasemanga Mungu alichukua my natural akaongeza super ikakuwa supernatural. Hiyo ni kazi ya Mungu sasa kutoka hapo. Yeah.
So hebu tuanzie huko mwanzo kidogo. Like your journey, how you started being a journalist. Ulianza vipi ama did you have a passion ama maybe from your family in K24?
Yes. Yeah. Okay, in the beginning there was a man who loved a woman and then they came together. Anyway, I'm kidding. So what happened in the beginning was that from when I was I think 7 years old, my dad is a very strict guy and me naonanga kama kuna msana anazomwambia kitu. But when it got to time ya news alikuwa ananyamazisha kila mtu. Hey! Nyamazeni. I want to watch some news. So I was like, who is this individual in this box who is making my father pay attention? I was like, me, I want to be the guy on the box. So I used to tell my mom all the time, Takoko TV, I used to take newspapers na msomea. There used to be a journalist alikuwa anaitwa Hamisi Tembo. Nilikuwa namsomeanga kitambo, nasema mama hata mimi nitakuwa hivyo, one day I'll be on TV. Then after a while, when I started, I was like, these guys are wearing suits, I don't like suits. So I was like, eventually I don't think I'll be on TV. So I changed and said, Mom, one day I'll be famous. So that's what I just kept telling her. And so being a journalist, I always, generally, mi ongea mob. Hii kitu nimebarikiwa na. So, when I got to campus, I got opportunity now to learn what it's all about, how you're supposed to inform, educate and all that. I was like, yeah, then this is a good thing. Wacha nifanye. But then now when I got into the profession, after a while I realized inakubox sana. You have to be a certain way, dress a certain way, talk a certain way. Because I listened to journalists in Kenya. First of all, they were all singing at the time. Na hapo ndio alifika akaenda, halafu na akikuongelesha ongea hivyo. Nimekupenda sana mpenzi wangu. Tuende no. Ongea hivyo. You see, so when it came, I was like, this guy is like you've been told ukwe hivi ndo you succeed, and that's the problem. A lot of imitation. So I just consistently was myself. Even though I would report, they would do. I was consistently myself. I always tried to make it as conversational as possible. You know, again, I was say, siimbi. And then eventually, I said, okay. My aim was let me start reporting, and then finally get to news. Then I started doing news at 1 o'clock. So then my other goal was I want to do news at 9 o'clock. But when I got to doing 1 o'clock news, and I realized, okay, it's not. It's too. Nikiendelea kukua hivi, I'll miss out on who I really am. People will be like, thank you very much, President Kenyatta. Hivi leo amesema kwamba amefungua baa. Kila mtu atapewa pombe 3 kwa hiari ya serikali. Yes, unaona. I wasn't going to do that for long. So I wanted a place where I could, that's me like, kinetic energy. Lazima nifanye tu nikifanya ku move. Yeah, so that's why I opted to. when the opportunity for entertainment came and they told us that we want a show that will cater for the youth, and so you guys go and think about it. So when we were writing the plan, I was tailor making the show to exactly what fits me.
Yes.
Yeah, and Joey at the time. Yeah, Joey Mudengi.
So after umetoka shule, like after umetoka campus.
Yes.
After your graduation, even before you graduated.
Yes.
You ulienda internship. Ili kutake how long do you pata job yako?
So nilianza so the way mo university huko Eldoret. Tulikuwa karara kabisa watu Eldoret, Mungu abariki sana. Mimi karara. So watu Eldoret. The way it worked in my university at that time was you do for your final paper, then I was only go for internship. So by the time I was going for internship in April of 2010, it was now, because now we're going to be graded on that. It's part of now a final grade. Then you graduate in December. So for me, I got in as an intern in Royal Media. And again, the same thing like I do all the time. I ask questions. I find out how the business works, what needs to be done. So I remember I used to ask a lot from Hussein Mohammed, Mwakazi, John Stone, and Michael Njenga. And the one thing they told me is just be yourself. Number two, they said, the crop of interns we'd had for the past few months, they just come and wakiambiwa kitu wanakubali tu, in terms of they're told you can't voice news at 9 o'clock, you can't do a piece to camera ile yenye sasa reporter na appear at the end of the story, you can't do that because you're an intern. Sasa mimi na nilienda nika break hizo rules zote. When my voice was approved, I pushed until I was given a story for 9 o'clock. And when I was given a story, even at 1 o'clock, I was always doing a piece to camera. And watu wanione. And then, so out of that, and then again, I was one of the first interns to be assigned to go and do a story in Nairobi, which never used to happen. It was a feature story. It was Rites of Passage ya Masai. And it was, I went and yani used hata kuscript. Ni kama nilikuwa na test your story like yani nilifanya your story na kila kitu. And I think from that then the bosses were impressed. And after that I was sitting in a meeting one day. That was so it's 3 months internship, so April, May, June, and then ikifika June wakaniambia don't go, we'll advise you. I was like okay, mngeni advice na pesa ingekuwa sawa, but bado ni sawa, acha tu nibaki. Nikabaki June, July, then in August, during one of the meetings in the newsroom, I was actually on my phone, because you know, like sometimes in an intern, you get assigned, everybody wants the top 5 stories because that's when people believe that their attentions are what you call.
Yeah.
But then if you get like story 8, then unless it's a feature, what waona. So, well, what waona zingine. So this is a roundup. A roundup is stories or what happened across the country. And many people didn't like doing it, but mimi nilikuwa naifanya, nikipewa nilikuwa nafanya hadi na graphics. Naonyeshana different countries. So one day I'm sitting up in the meeting, asubuhi mdosi akasema, and that is why mimi niko toka simu, and that is why we are giving this young man a job. Nika notice kila mtu anaangalia, I'm like okay, I guess nimepata kwa simu. Nikaangalia juu. Nikaona naangalia, yes, this Willis, we are giving him a job. I was like, I don't believe it. It's not supposed to be like this. Yeah, so wakani. Then after, imagine they've seen my work from April, but I still went for an interview. Nikaenda interview, and I remember that nikaenda hiyo interview, kulikuwa na a specific choo ingine huko Royal Media, iko side za ofisi za wadosi. Huko ndo nilienda nikaomba Mungu sasa, wacha tu, nikapiga tu magoti nikamwambia mimi nataka hii kazi. Siwezi kuwa nimekaa hapa from April na usinipatie hii kazi. So, yeah, I went for the interview and I got the job. And then when I got the job, wananiambia inaanza October. So again, you have to wait until the end of October. Ndio upata kakiru, man. So from April to end of October, nilikuwa tu hapo bila kitu kwa pori. Basi tunafanya tu kazi tu, tunachapa wera.
So hujaifanya na any other media house?
No, it's been mimi kama Messi. Nimekuwa tu citizen. I did internship though at K24 before, but now working I've just been at yeah, K24 nayo walikuwa wameniambia I don't have a voice for TV. So, look at me now. Look at Jesus.
It must have been easy for you.
Easy. It used to be hard, but these days nikiona kama I'm like, yo, what's going on? Yeah. Nikiona tu kamera nasikia kuongea. And it's because also when I was in campus I was doing radio, University FM, ilikuwa na a complete radius of 5 kilometers. Tulikuwa tunachekwa sana. Nasema ona jamaa wanajifanya hapa wanasikiza tu hapa KSS. Lakini haina noma. So I guess the first thing people normally need to get off is your mic fright. Sasa mimi siko na hiyo. Watu wanaonanga mic na freeze so mimi I was like yeah let's go na float nayo. Then eventually nikapenda camera. So sasa nikiona camera I'm like yo what's going on? Ukinipatia topics sasa inaanza tu. Hivyo.
Most of the media personalities especially when wanafanya entertainment kama wanakonga wameshikilia wasanii wao wanapush. Maybe wewe uko na a number of artists when wako under your umbrella ama wewe tu unafanya tu.
That is now what I want to do now with Bazu Entertainment. Nataka kushikilia a couple of artists because the other thing is that almost every day nikitokanga job I find a lot of people hapo wananingojea, oh I have this song, I do this, and sometimes una sympathize but there's really nothing you can do. The most you can do is if they have a song and it's good, una push, unaongea na producer, mna decide mnamweka, because that's one of the reasons why tulikuja na 10/10 to kind of give guys who were relatively unknown a chance. That's why we used to give a lot of platform to Gengeton, all the way from, I remember kina wakali wao wakikuja wa Kardinali, Afrogenge, say they're doing great. Ngumi bwekse people, kidungi ni my head but wakimok tunabuya. So, and that's the thing. So I want to now start helping so that becomes sort of like my legacy.
Okay, when you say about helping, are you gonna be featuring in their music or you're just like the lead holding their hands?
Both. If they need me just to give their music a boost in any way, but if they think that my presence will boost their music or their song, no mimi nitakuwa hapo na nitapia. If they need us to think about like maybe because what I normally do, like what I'm doing even for the subsequent songs, is trying to pair people who ordinarily would not probably work together, and that means then you give them a challenge, because if you have I think an R&B artist working with a Gengeton artist, then the Gengeton artist will have to pull up his socks, the R&B artist will have to pull up his socks. Na pia the good thing with having many artists is kila mtu will bring the A game because hawataki mtu amwatshine. So then the product ends up being unique.
So I know you've worked with so many artists na wengi umefanya interview hapa Kenya na nje. So but I want you to tell me your top 5 musicians.
Calligraph Jones. Why Calligraph Jones yule msee, I like his story because when he started out, mimi nilikuwa namsikia kutoka kitambo hata ma mixtape, even when he was doing Hits Not Homework with Joey at the time also. People say, who's this guy who's coming up with his fake accents, nini. So yeah, alisema, you know what, uko Kayole even to see uongea. And he didn't change it and he stayed on it. And I like the way he's versatile enough. Wakati anafanya ngoma, you can tell that hii ametengenezea Kenya. You can tell kama Tumakitu, hiyo ni ya Kenya. A bit of Londa Magere, hiyo ni ya Kenya. Nataka hiyo do. But there are some akifanya ma collaborations, you can tell he's on purpose trying to package himself for an audience greater than that. And so that versatility is good. And then number 2, the consistency of just always there. And I actually learned how to push songs. This song of nime model exactly the way you push songs zake vile mimi huona. So I just picked a few things from him, added what I had, and then I just started pushing the song. So that's why OG ni OG, the OG will be respected. You already know. I love you, and plus I'm a fan. And Otile Brown. Otile also because the same. I like guys who you can trace from stories zao bado akikona, you can still see the cheekbones in some of his songs hapo hivyo. Alikuwa anajaribu nini West hakuna. Akasumbuliwa na his previous people, I guess. And some of the songs are not even online, I guess, I don't know, but yeah, and he still overcame that, and then he's also became so consistent, and he hit after hit after hit, and he stayed. You see, there are people who say if they do a song with a Gengeton artist, they'll try to sound like the Gengeton artist, but hata akifanya nao he still anabaki tu Otile. Anabaki tu Otile. Number 3 ni Saru wa Manyaro. Saru wako fire here because same thing. For Saru, it's a bit of almost slightly personal because I remember she DM'd me way back and said, hey Willis, we were doing a challenge. I think it was off a calligraph song and guys were supposed to rap. So I said, I think I can rap, invite me next week. So to come invite. Akafanya rap, watu wakapenda. Then she now started doing songs and every song I'm grow, every feature I'm grow. And nimekuwa tu partner sana. And then Nyashinski also, because of his ability, it's very rare to find somebody who will take a long break and come back and hit. That means umse alikuwa amejipanga. Alikuwa mnoma na alikuwa amejipanga. So Shinski pia. And then finally Lias now listen wengi, but of course he's the hook master in Kenya ambaye ni Reckless. I think he has such a unique talent. Reckless, even for this particular song, nilimtumia beat at 10 a.m. 10:45 alikuwa ashanitumia everything, asha record, ashafanya kalale, chorus na kila kitu na place yake 45 minutes ndani. So I think he's absolutely talented. So yeah, so those are my
top 5. So apart from Kalale, what's your favorite song? Ile song lazima usikie every day. Every
single day saizi ni watoto na pombe. Every day I have to listen to watoto na pombe. Haiwezi isha. Easy. Lazima. Especially if you know, you know. Kingfisher. Manze ni leo. Leo. Yes. Saizi that's my favorite song apart from Kalale. Watoto na pombe.
So wimbo next tunangoja iko na kina nani?
Hii iko na mimi. So I have a few that I'm working on. There is one with a popular hip hop artist in Kenya. Then there's another one with 2 Kenyans and 1 Rwandese. Then there's another one again with 2 female Kenyans and 1 Tanzanian. Then there's another one with the Gengeton artist and a Nigerian. And then sasa I'll try to explore other genres as well. Wakristo hawajui mimi ni Mkristo, lakini nitawafanyia pia ngoma moja tumsifu Mungu kwa sababu yeye ndiye ametupatia kipaji. Yeah, and so lazima tufanye moja hivyo. And then of late nimesikia idea fulani na I think taifanya kama ugize kamoja itakuwa mbaya. Yeah.
When should we expect the next music?
The next music in about 2 weeks. Yeah.
Watu walala.
In about 2 weeks. In fact,
walishalala.
Ingekuwa earlier ni vile bado tuna agree. Unajua sasa lazima watu agree.
Yeah.
Saizi si kama hiyo mara ya kwanza, saizi watu wananiskosa. So lazima tu agree, tutafute ujanja hii town.
Social media watu washaanza kuuliza nyimbo next ni lini?
Now that is hiyo ndo the Kenya nini. Na ni kwa sababu pia Jaden hajatupatia nafasi ya kupati. Saizi kama tungekuwa tunapati watu bado wangekuwa tukalale. Hawako nafikiria the next one. Now because everybody's at home.
Yeah.
Like okay, tumesikia hii bro, it's been 2 weeks. Tupatie kitu kingine sasa tuendelee. Yeah, so but it's a very exciting process. It's sometimes tiring process, but it's helping me even appreciate artists more because now I get to see what they go through. Yesterday I was somewhere where I was on a show and I had to do the performance of the song Nilihema. Hey, itabidi nimerudi gym. And then naona artists wanachapa 1 hour. Watu kwa gig mnaongea, "Oh, artists hata tuchapa 1 hour na tumelipa." Kwa nini 1 hour bana, na mimi nilikuwa nafanya tu song moja 316 ama 416 minutes. Na una mtu anafanya 1 hour kina Chronics na wana saa zingine wanasaidiwa na wacha tuachie hapo.
Juzi ambia watu wapata wapi
YouTube. I got my name to Wild Willis. Unaweza pata pale YouTube, jump on YouTube, check out my song Kalale kwa hapo. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Alafu pia you can find it on all other platforms as well, iTunes, and you can find it also on Boomplay. Iko pale ndani. You can also set it as your skizzy tune. Links ukienda kwa YouTube utaona. Pia on my personal page, Willis Raburu, all across platforms. The Willis Raburu. Uende pale hivyo usidanganywe. Alafu tukutane kila Friday kwa 10/10. Tukutane kila siku 10 to 1 on Radio Hot 96. na kila asubuhi pia on weekdays on Daybreak on Citizen TV na hiyo desire. Yeah! Kalale.
And that's all we had for you. Yes, umeona ile side imekuwa hapa si mchezo. Hata kama watu wanasema tulale, hii huwezi lala hii.
Yeah.
Yeah, after 2 weeks jamaa anakuambia anatoa nyimbo nyingine. Anyway, you can follow me on my social media platform on Instagram, that is at Slava DJ, on YouTube at DJ Slava Kenya, on Twitter Slava DJ, Facebook DJ Slava.
That brings us to the end of the show. Yes. So you can find me on Instagram at Kavata_, and also do not forget to follow our page at Afrogenge. Until next time, I have been your host Kavata. Adios.